Alright, here's a video from CNN. Grandson of white homeowner who shot black teen speaks out. So, here we go.
I do this. So, Clint, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Don. Good morning.
Good morning to you. So what is your reaction? What was your reaction? Folks are going to want to know, why are you speaking out and apparently against your grandfather?
It's the right thing to do. This country happens over and over again where people get away with killing unarmed, innocent black people. And I would have had the same energy for any other race like I've had.
Wait, did he say any other race? What about that white family that was shot by a black guy? If I'm not mistaken, the father is in the hospital.
Over and over again in this country, like I said. But so it's the right thing to do. People need to speak out and not make any excuses for this kind of behavior and this violence.
So you said for killing innocent black people. The prosecutor in this case has suggested that there was a racial component to it. Do you believe your grandfather is racist?
I believe he holds racist tendencies, beliefs.
Why do you say that?
He's just a stock American Christian male. It's older, that's just how they are. It's the conspiracies and weird random racist things they say, and it doesn't make sense, but they're just scared.
So this grandson, he's using the stereotypical white Christian male trope, and the way he's fidgeting around makes me think he's making it up too. Also, I can note a lot of frustration coming from Don Lemon.
Now, listen, you're generalizing a lot here about, you said, older Christian white males, but what do you mean by that? What do you mean they're scared? Talk to me more, please.
Yeah, it's just I feel like a lot of people of that generation are caught up in this 24-hour news cycle of fear and paranoia perpetuated by some other.
Basically, the only thing this grandson said that I actually agree with, his grandfather watches too much news.
He was fully into that, sit and watch Fox News all day, every day, blaring in his living room. And I think that stuff really kind of reinforces this negative view of minority groups and leads people to be it doesn't necessarily lead people to be racist, but it reinforces and galvanizes racist people and their beliefs.
Now, apparently, correct me if I'm wrong, Clint, you said that your grandfather would say or do things apparently that you did not subscribe to that caused you to distance yourself from him. Say and do things like what?
Kind of QAnon level conspiracies about election denying, and then they got really weird with some Fauci dogs.
So I remember those Fauci dogs. It was like a year ago. Dr. Fauci's organization was accused of, well, severing the puppy's vocal cords so they couldn't make any noise. Now, I don't know if that's true or not.
I really didn't know what that meant, but I would push back on some of this stuff, and he couldn't handle being pushed back on, and at a certain point we kind of lost touch.
Looking at this grandson, I think it was him who couldn't handle getting pushed back on.
And I think it was more of his choice than mine.
Did he say or do things that you found offensive about minorities or people of color?
Yes, he would say some things. I can't remember exactly now all that happened, but I know he had something about, had a really hot take about abortion and how something about black women getting abortions. And I didn't know what he was talking about, but I said.
Again, I'm getting a really weird feeling that this grandfather was probably saying something like, black women are the most likely to get an abortion. How the saying goes, the most dangerous place for a black person is in their mother's womb. I'm pretty sure that's what the grandfather was talking about. Again, if I'm not mistaken, that's one of the things that Fox talks about. And if what this grandson is saying about how his grandfather just watching Fox 24/7, it fits.
I don't really want to talk to you about this anymore. This is racist. and it's dumb. So let's move on.
So listen, the Kansas City Star also spoke to your brother. Your brother's name is Daniel Ludwig, and he said it seems like a bunch of mistakes in a row that resulted in a tragedy. I mean, a lot of mistakes all the way around. Unfortunately, if you look at the affidavit, there were actions taken that caused my grandpa's side isn't being reported.
So this Daniel Ludwig, brother of this guy, he's based. I agree with that. Mistakes were made all around. It's tragic, but it's just a whole clustercluck of mistakes.
And he is saying that your grandfather is not racist. He doesn't believe that.
So in other words, CNN should have had the other brother on air. But at the same time, that's the reason why they didn't have him on air. Well, that's it for my little ramble. Take care.